Hello and welcome back to my channel today. Today I am very excited as we have the S.H.MonsterArts Godzilla X Kong, the New Empire, Godzilla 2024 evolved version from Godzilla X Kong, the New Empire from Bandai Namco. Now, I'm very excited for this as this is our first articulated evolved Godzilla figure that has been released worldwide. Still waiting on the higher toys that I'm even more excited for. So yeah, so this is from S.H.MonsterArts, and I'm holding my excitement for this figure as recently in the past few days I've heard some bad things about this figure, especially the paint job and the QC issues. So I'm hoping today that on my copy I don't have a lot of that. But anyways, let's look at the box. So of course you got all the company logos, Bandai Namco, Toho, yada yada yada, and then a prototype image of the figure itself, which I gotta say, it looks beautiful, but unfortunately it's most likely not going to look like this at all. So then from the side, you get another prototype image, which looks nice. Some of the poses you can put him in, and some Japanese words. I don't know how to speak Japanese, so I can't say it. The word again, and Monsterverse logo. And then at the top, S.H.MonsterArts and the title of the figure. And then at the bottom, some legal mumble jumble and S.H.MonsterArts, the title again. Yep. So without further ado, let's get into this figure. Okay, well here's the figure, and wow, it is a great looking figure. Damn, it looks good. And I am fortunate enough to be one of the lucky few to actually have a good copy of the figure. Now, the main issue with this figure that I saw online was mainly the head sculpt. No. Wait. But on my copy, I don't know if you can see this. On my copy, the eyes are painted correctly, and the teeth, on the most part, most of the teeth are painted white, which is very good. And yeah, overall, I can't see any paint issues. There are a couple paint issues there and there, but they're quite minor nitpicks. However, with the price you are paying for this figure, you would expect that this figure has all the painted detail it deserves. And yeah, some issues I have with this figure. For some reasons, this spot here has a lot of green on it for some reasons. And then on this leg over here, I don't know if you can see it. It's roughly around like one dot here, but for some reasons, instead of like the green dry brushing they do on the figure, it's orange over there. So yeah. And then last but not least, the arm spike. I don't know if you can see that. Hold on, let me see. Come on, focus. Okay, well, okay, there you can see it. The arm spike here isn't really painted purple. They tried, but then they like stopped halfway, while on the other arm, you can see that it's clearly purple. So yeah. So first thoughts on this figure, other than the QC issue and all, is that it definitely looks 100% accurate, and I love the way it looks. Controversial opinion I'm throwing out, but this is one of my favorite designs for Godzilla, mainly because I love the color of purple, and hot pink is kind of purplish, so yeah, I'm gonna take it as purple. And I love the like buffed look to it. It looks awesome. So yeah, so far this figure looks great. Articulation I'll get into later. However, some articulation issues. Now, the articulation on this figure is incredible. There's a lot of articulation on this, of course, as you expect from a S.H.MonsterArts figure, especially in the tail. And let me say, I've played around with the tail, and this is one of the best feeling Godzilla tails I have ever played with. Which isn't really saying a lot, as I mainly collect the MonsterVerse Godzilla figures, both from Higher Toys and S.H.MonsterArts, and this is the best tail articulation for now. But yeah, issues with some of the articulation. First of all, the legs. So the legs, most videos you see online, you would see the legs has to be put up somewhere around like this so that it can stand, where it's not standing up straight. Don't know why that happens. However, I have checked, you can straighten out the legs. This is as best as you can make it. However, you only can move the leg this much up to like around here. So from here, you can kick it up that high all the way to down here. So one of the issues, I was hoping kinda that the tail here, the ball joint would allow you to move up this segment of the tail up so that you can give the leg a bit of back rest here so that you can move it back a little more. However, you can't, and that's kind of sad because we can't exactly make it stand straight. This is as best as you can make it stand straight. So yeah, like this, which is still pretty good, but yeah. Now, another issue with the articulation, I just have 2 more points of articulation I don't really like, that being the neck. Now, this is as high as you can make him look up, and that isn't the best. I mean, even a Higher Toys figure, so basically what they do, I'll take off the head for a bit, I'm gonna decapitate it. So this is the head. So what they do is, they put this on ball joints, each segment. So each segment starts off like this, and then at the back has a ball joint. Same for this. So then it's basically ball joints on ball joints. However, for some reasons, when you try to make it look up as much as possible, you can't really make it look up that high. This, like I said, this is the highest it goes, which isn't a lot. And basically, this is using the same technique Higher Toys did, however, in a more different approach. So I'm gonna take out my Heat Ray Godzilla from Higher Toys. This is as high as you can make the head go, which is slightly more than the S.H.MonsterArts. And the reason why is because it doesn't do the ball joints on each of the segments of the neck. What it does, it uses one rod, one long ball joint, and then on the inside, it's just like a hole so that you can put it as a pocket. So basically, the whole neck articulation is just a, this is like a, yeah, I don't know how to explain it, but yeah, basically it doesn't use the ball joint on each segment of the neck. It's one ball joint, and it just moves this around. So yeah, I wish S.H.MonsterArts would have done that, and I think if they had done that, the articulation would have been better. Oh my gosh, it's still a hectic right to put this on. Alright, so yeah. However, the rest of the neck articulation on this figure is better than Higher Toys. Looking up, not that great. However, the rest of it is good. You can make it look down this much, which is very good. I don't think, yeah, no, the Higher Toys can only look down this much, so not that great. However, this, you can make it look down at the ground, which is nice. And also, one thing I like is that the neck allows you to... Oh shit. Okay, sorry there. There we go. It allows you to turn the head around. Like, that is very nice. So yeah, you can turn the head around. While, let me see. While the higher toys, it didn't allow you to do it that much, so this one definitely does it better. However, I know, to those of you who are gonna scold me in the comments section, this is the 2021 version of Godzilla, it's not the 2024 version. I know, the only reason why I'm using this version is because the 2024 evolved Godzilla version has not released yet, so I'm just using this as an example, okay? Don't get mad at me. When the higher toys version of Godzilla Evolved does come out, I will compare it to the SH. So yeah, so overall, the neck articulation, very good. I like it. However, I just wish that it can look up a bit more. So yeah. Now, my last issue with the articulation of this figure is the head itself. So to show you, I am going to need to pop off the head. Alright, there we go. Alright, so this is the head. Very nice. This is as much as the mouth can open without forcing it more. That's puny. This is more like a yawn, like it going like that. I don't like it. So yeah. However, you can make the mouth open up wider. However, the way you have to do it is quite unorthodox, as you're basically pushing on the rubber bit of the neck being at the bottom here, and that's basically damaging your figure. So yeah, however, it is worth it kinda. So I guess if you wanted to do a good roar, you can. However, at the cost of the figure, I don't know if it's worth it. Yeah, so the reason why I'm upset with this... Oh wait, hold on. Okay, hold on. I'm just figuring out something with the mouth now. Okay, never mind. I thought something different. But I wish they kind of did it like the original Godzilla head. So what they did for the original Godzilla's head sculpt was this head. Oh, come on, camera focus. This head was connected, the mouth part of the head is connected via a ball joint. I don't know if you can see it in there, but there's you can see the ball joint rod. Oh my gosh. You can see the ball joint rod at the back of the mouth. And yeah, so I wish they kind of did that with this head, as I think that would have definitely been better for the figure if they just... Instead of putting it on a hinge joint, I think it would have been cooler if they just made the whole bottom part of the head just on a ball joint. So, yeah. Which, yeah, it kind of sucks, but, so yeah. That's why I wish they did with the figure for the head. However, it is good. You can open it wide. You just have to damage the figure a bit just to get that, and it's kind of worth it, I guess. So yeah. Now, painting on this figure. The painting on this figure, like I said earlier, on my copy is great. However, to some people it may not be great. However, even though on my copy it's good, there's some inaccuracies there and there with the paint job. So first of all, I don't like the fact sorry, I have a few minor qualms with the paint job on this figure. And the first thing I don't really like is, I don't know if this is accurate, But for some reasons, you can see the dry brushing on the chest, which is nice. More of sandy dirt color dry brushing over here, which is nice. But on the neck, it's pink color. I don't know if you can see on the camera. Oops, sorry there. But yeah, it's pink color, which is strange by itself. So yeah, I don't know why they decided to do that, but okay. And then next of all, the next thing is, you can see that they do dry brushing throughout the body, but like a Mattel Jurassic Park figure, for some reasons, they don't add any dry brushing at the bottom of the tail at all, and that's kind of lazy in my opinion. I think they should have done a lot more dry brushing on the entirety of the tail. There's barely any dry brushing on the tail at all. It's like solid black other than the fins. But yeah, they should have definitely added more dry brushing. I think the first half of the body, a lot of dry brushing. Second half, not a lot. So yeah. And now the third one, as you can see here, the crystals and the fins all over Godzilla is a pink translucent color. I know you can't see that it's translucent, but I'll put a photo here of someone, and I'll put the credits here also, showing that it's translucent basically. So yeah, but my issue with this being pink is, why is the fins, the small, I don't know what you call it, arm fin, purple color? This is not the same color as this. And that is very confusing. And I know this isn't a QC issue, as on most of the toy reviews I have seen for this figure, the fins are purple color. It's not really the same shade of pink as the fins. Oops, sorry there, I crashed into the camera a bit. So yeah, that's a bit, yeah, to me. So yeah. Okay, now the next part I'm gonna talk about is, I'm basically done talking about all my issues with this figure. So yeah, overall, this figure, detail-wise, is great. Articulation, I've got a couple problems there and there. However, even though there are a couple problems with the articulation on this figure is beautiful. I'm not gonna say all the types of joints you have on this figure, because to say that, it will probably take me a day or I'll go insane. But I'll just put a counter here of how many ball joints there are on each part of the body. So yeah, so I love that S.H.MonsterArts basically does this for all the figures, where all of the joints on this figure are basically ball joints. The only areas that don't have ball joints is the mouth, which, like I said, I wish they did make a ball joint. So yeah, so with the number of ball joints and joints you have on this figure, you can create some amazing poses with this figure. Look at this, the curve you can make the tail into. I love the curl you can do that. I don't think you could have done that with the older S.H.MonsterArts Godzilla. I have the old one here. Let's see if you could. No, you couldn't. It would look not that curvy. Yeah, it wasn't that great even back then. However, now the curve on this, oh boy, if you love tail articulation, oh, you are gonna get an orgasm from this. So yeah, the tail, beautiful. Oh okay. Yeah, while the tail articulation is good, the ball joint integrities aren't the greatest. but I mean, it's kind of expected from S.H.MonsterArts now that the ball joints aren't the strongest. So you just gotta be a bit slow and steady. And yeah, damn, that looks good. I love the tail articulation for this. So yeah, you can definitely put this figure into a lot of poses. Here are some poses I'm gonna put on the screen now. And yeah, so those are the poses you can put it in. Hopefully I did a good job at posing this figure. So yeah, this figure is beautiful overall. Articulation is great. The details and paint job is okay. There are some bad paint jobs there and there. And I do kind of wish that, yeah, the paint job has a bit more to be wished for. But the articulation is great, even though it can have some improvements there. However, even though it can be improved, it's still very great. So yeah, overall this figure is great. However, the one dreadful question every Godzilla collector asks is, what accessory does it come with? And you'll be expecting quite a lot of accessories if you're paying $175. Yes, I'm going into the segment on me hating the hell out of this figure now. So yeah, from Singapore, where I am, this figure is $175. $175. And let me just say, this mold of Godzilla, this is from the Godzilla vs. Kong line. However, they reused this mold for the Godzilla X Kong line also, and popped in the heat ray atomic breath part, a couple of hands, and that was $100 in Singapore to buy it brand new. I think it was even cheaper. I think it could have been $80 at one point in Singapore. So yeah, you could have bought a Godzilla figure, $80, comes with a heat ray, 2 swappable hands, and yeah, that was quite cool. However, with the price of $175, we know this is a brand new mold, so you would be expecting the price to be a bit more pricier, and it has cool features such as translucent fins and a very good articulated tail. However, in the accessory department, all we get is 2 hands, which are open claw hands. And now these are very nice to put onto the Godzilla figure. It's very easy. However, I could give 2 shits about the hands. Why aren't we getting heat ray parts with Godzilla figures? Okay, we should be getting a goddamn heat ray part for this figure. First of all, because this is a brand new figure, I would have loved to got a purple atomic breath. That would have been beautiful to get. I would have definitely loved that. Second of all, this figure at most is worth, I would say, $100. This is not worth $175. If this was worth $175, I would be expecting accessories, not 2 hands. You can't say 2 hands are actual good accessories. They're not that. They're decent accessories, yeah. But I could give 2 shits about those. I would be expecting a heat ray piece. That, at most, a heat ray piece. And for hell, all I care, you could have reused the Godzilla 2019 heat ray piece you've been using since 2019? Yeah, 2019. And just made it purple color, slapped it on this. But they didn't give us that. I know the details on this figure and the articulation is great. However, the Higher Toys figure is half the price of all the S.H.MonsterArts Godzilla figure. These go for like $60 in Singapore. And I would argue that you get more painted details, better painted details on these figures, and you won't get that many paint issues on these figures. You won't get that many issues on these figures. However, the articulation on these figures are a bit worse in comparison to S.H.MonsterArts. But if we're gonna sacrifice articulation for price-wise, yeah, I would definitely sacrifice articulation for price. This is more affordable, $60 compared to $175. And yes, the brand new Godzilla Evolved version is $60. I'll put a screenshot of where I bought my Godzilla. I pre-ordered my Godzilla Evolved figure from Higher Toys. And yeah, I know that version doesn't come with a heat ray piece, which is why I'm getting mad that at this figure. However, that figure is $60, and I know S.H.MonsterArts does give us heat ray pieces on special occasions, such as like heat ray version figures. Say Higher Toys does that. They don't give a heat ray piece to certain figures. However, it's more affordable to buy 2 Godzilla figures from Higher Toys than it is to get the Godzilla figure, a S.H.MonsterArts figure with a heat ray piece. Now, people could just say, why not just wait until the eventual heat ray version comes out? But to that, I'm gonna just say, it should have came with a heat ray piece in the beginning. For Higher Toys, understandable, it is way cheaper than S.H.MonsterArts. However, if you're paying this premium price, you better expect all the things a Godzilla figure is known for. And yeah, that is my main issue with this figure, is that it is expensive and you get barely anything with it. Like, this is my issue with S.H.MonsterArts in general. I bought the Mechagodzilla figure when it came out a few years ago, and that figure is, oh boy, I love the design. However, I have major issues with that figure. It doesn't come with a lot of accessories. And then later on, recently, they announced another Mechagodzilla figure with all the accessories it should have came with in the fucking first place. So yeah, my main issue with, S.H.MonsterArts as a whole is that it doesn't come with a lot of accessories, which should come with in the first place, and the figure itself has a lot of QC problems. For a lot of people, I know it differs for each variation, where there isn't a set standard for S.H.MonsterArts figures. I have seen horror stories from plenty of S.H.MonsterArts figures, but I am blessed that most of mine are great. So yeah, which is strange, because you would expect for this price, all of them would have a set standard on paint applications and details. However, they don't. All of it is like randomized. You're basically gambling when it comes to S.H.MonsterArts details. When it comes to Higher Toys, on the other hand, half of the price. I'm saying this again, this is $60, and most of the figures, you barely hear issues with Higher Toys as a company. The paint details, it's all very great, yada yada yada. So yeah, it is just incredible that this costs $175. I mean, at most, I pay 100 for this. I mean, it is. The articulation is very great. This is a very great figure all on its own. However, the price itself, at that price, I'm expecting more. I'm sorry if I'm sounding greedy, but I am greedy. I paid $175. I'm expecting more. So yeah, that is my main issue with this figure. However, overall, it is a great figure. However, I wouldn't recommend to buy it at full retail price. I recommend buy it either used if it's sold under $100, or buy it when it's on clearance, which unfortunately we know it's not gonna happen because even though S.H.MonsterArts is always shat on, people buy this shit, and yeah, I have bought this shit, so yeah, I'm part of the issue. So yeah, anyways, before we end off today, I'm gonna do some height comparisons and comparisons in general. So yeah, so this is the height of Godzilla Evolved. Him standing tall and proud, even though he doesn't come with a heat ray. And here is Kong, and yeah, that is quite size accurate, where Godzilla Evolved is quite taller than Kong, which is accurate to the film. Now let's get the regular Godzilla version, and as you can see, it is, yeah, slightly taller. I think it should have been a bit taller, but still not bad. So yeah, now we are going to get the higher toys, which this is before the evolved version. This isn't the evolved version, but this by itself is still way taller than S.H.MonsterArts figures, but we know that the scaling isn't the exact same, so yeah. Now, the one thing I can say about this figure, no matter what, is that this is by far way better than the Playmates figure. However, with the Playmates figure, it does come with a heat ray effect, so yeah, Playmates could have done it, but this is a $10 figure. It could have done it, but not a $175 figure apparently. So yeah, however, this is by far a better upgrade than this. The Playmates figure is just a kid's toy, while this is way better. So yeah, so overall, do I recommend buying this? Well, if you're willing to cough up the money, I guess, and if you're not willing to wait for the heat ray version like I am. If you're willing to wait for the heat ray version, I would just say wait for that, as that is probably going to be slightly cheaper and you get more accessories, making that worth more than this. But if you can't wait and you like collecting different variations of Godzilla, I would recommend, I would say, yeah, go for it, I guess, if you really want to. However, if you have like only not that much money, I would just say wait for the higher toys version, as that is most likely gonna be way better than this version. So yeah, overall though, I like this figure. It is very nice. So yeah, I would give this an 8. No, a 7.5 out of 10 in my opinion. Yep. So yeah, that's the end of the video. So if you enjoyed this video, please like it and please subscribe to my YouTube channel. This is my first time reviewing a Godzilla figure. Please tell me how I can improve on my videos. And yeah, just say anything in the comment section so that I can do shit on YouTube. So yeah. Anyways, I hope you have a nice day. And until the next YouTube video, bye bye for now and have a great day.